Today we're speaking with Davy Collin of Living Nutz from his office just outside Freeport, Maine. Davy, welcome to Best Foods TV. I have really been looking forward to talking with you.
Thank you.
Davy, I've had your nuts before. They taste fantastic, and you've got a great reputation. If you could start by sharing with us why you chose the word living.
Well, living, it means, we start with a product that hasn't been pasteurized. It's a product that has a nutritional benefit, and a lot of that is, we source from people who don't pasteurize their nuts, and we don't our methods that we use here doesn't incorporate high heat to destroy the enzymes. So, living foods for the living body, and that's exactly what we're selling.
So primarily as well, it means the nutrients, the enzymes are still alive and haven't been killed off.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Well, every almond that comes from the United States I know is pasteurized. If you get the almonds from California, they're pasteurized, steam cleaned. So if yours are not, where do you source your almonds?
We get them from Europe, mostly from Spain or Italy. We have them from Spain right now. And yeah, there's no mandate to importing almonds from Spain, Italy, or anywhere in Europe. And, we're able to continue our process without using pasteurized California almonds. Although I like California almonds, I'm not allowed to resell them because I like to keep it raw and unpasteurized, of course.
And that process really started in about 2007, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pasteurization.
Yep. September 2007 is when it was mandated.
Okay.
And it's been a while now. We're going on 14 years.
Right.
And so we're lucky that we can have a source from Europe where we can continue our process.
Well, Davey, a lot of people are unfamiliar with the term sprouted nuts, and that's one category of products you have on your site and that you sell is sprouted nuts. So if you could share with us, what is that process and how is that a benefit?
Well, sprouted nuts means basically you activate the nut by soaking it in water, and then the germination process enlivens it. It breaks down the enzyme inhibitors. It breaks down the phytic acid. It makes it so your body can digest it, so you can absorb the nutrients and get the full health benefit from it. And you can eat a lot more. It's really a big difference between eating a roasted nut or even just a plain raw nut. And when you soak and sprout it, really your body can assimilate it so much better, and it just brings out the health benefit.
Well, another category of nuts that you have in your website is the flavored nuts, and those are sprouted as well. If you could quickly share your process on the flavored nuts and why those are so vastly different from grocery store flavored nuts.
Yeah, well, we start with all organic live food ingredients that we source from the best places we can find, and from there we flavor it. The soaking process, the sprouted process occurs, and then we flavor it with these live food ingredients, mix it up, and then dehydrate it at low temperatures. And I try to source out a wide variety of different flavors that go together. We have both savory and sweet flavors, and it just bridges the gap, and your palate is teased with all the different flavor combinations.
Well, David, I agree with that completely, and that's a great way to describe it. Your first nuts that I ever tried from Living Nutz about 8 years ago was the cheesy almonds. I think the vegan cheesy almonds.
Yeah.
And it reminded me a little of a cheese pizza, but a lot of Cheetos. And I thought, well, this is a healthy substitute for Cheetos. But my favorite is the galactic onion garlic pistachios. Those are intensely powerful. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, those are popular flavor.
And Davey, I have to admit, what I sometimes do is I have a large bag of your pistachio nuts, and I'll take a handful of those and just throw in 10 of the flavored, and eat those together, and that's how I enjoy those.
Yeah, that's sometimes how you have to do it. Yeah, they pack quite a punch.
Oh, they really do. So it sounds like those sell well. What are your top sellers?
Yeah, the two pistachio flavors are extremely popular, and then the vegan cheesy has been an all-time favorite. And then we have one called Tahitian Vanilla Bean Coconut Cream Walnuts, which is a really long name, but that's our sweet flavor, and it's like you can have it for breakfast or dessert or any time of day, really. And, of course, children love it because it's a little bit sweet, but we don't add sugar to anything, and it's all whole food fruits or sweeteners, and it's just delicious. And of course, if you like coconut and honey and walnuts, then you'll like that one a lot.
Well, that Tahitian vanilla coconut, if I got the name somewhat right, that was the most recent nut that I've had from you, and it really is good. What I enjoyed is the first flavor and smell I received was the vanilla. Right after that, I got a hint of the coconut, back to vanilla, then a little bit of some kind of peppery. It's just multifaceted flavor. It's delicious.
It is, yeah, yeah. The mesquite too is an interesting kind of flavor, and it adds to that. And of course, having sea salt in there really brings all the flavors together.
Hmm.
That's always an important element in producing flavored nuts. Even in the sweet flavors, you got to add a little bit of salt. That's the trick.
Well, Davey, I know the main categories of nuts you have the raw, which I've had a lot of, the sprouted, and those flavored, which are just fantastic. And I commend you on keeping all of those raw and unpasteurized. You have a 4 or 5 day process of producing the flavored nuts. So you do things very well at a high quality. I really commend you for that.
Thank you.
Well, and to all the viewers as well, don't they, Davey? They owe it to themselves as a treat at least once to try one of your flavored nuts. Those are just delicious.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a true treat, and it's great for traveling, the office, on the road, anywhere really. Before, after the gym, whatever you want, and it is healthy. You'll digest it well. It's gluten free, and we're certified organic, and there's no reason not to try it.
I agree. Well, Davey, are there any closing comments that you'd like to share with the viewers? This is your 30 or 45 seconds with a captive audience to tell them why to buy Living Nutz.
Okay. Yeah, Living Nutz, we're a small family company that's been around since 2002, and we make everything by hand. We source from as local as we can, and we buy a lot of ingredients from the USA, and we really take our time in preparing and carefully crafting each flavor, and everything's done, like I said, by hand, and it's done with a lot of love and craftsmanship, so to speak. And it's just a delicious product, and you won't regret it.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, we've been speaking today with Davy Collin of Living Nutz. Davy, I have really enjoyed speaking with you today.
Thank you very much for having me.